Hello everybody, hope you're all well. It's September already, can't believe it. This year has been messed up, and it's still messed up thanks to the old COVID. But I'm making this video because a couple of months ago, I think the last time was a couple of months ago, I did an update on what's been happening here in Switzerland regarding the COVID and restrictions and things like that. So we've been in phase 3 for quite a while, longer than the United States. As of today, some things have changed. Let me just start by saying I think that maybe in about the past week or so, I have noticed that there are a lot more people here wearing masks again. I don't really know why, though I'm very happy about that. All summer long I would be going into a supermarket, and the people working there weren't wearing masks, but of course they were behind plexiglass shields. But I still didn't see a lot of customers or people in the street wearing masks. I can tell you this, what the statistics here in Switzerland are. We have had 42,763 cases, with 36,300 recovered and 2,011 deaths. So that's of today. I think it has been going up a little bit. Daily cases are going up, but daily deaths are not rising. Cases are going up a little bit. They're sort of on a slow, kind of very, very slow upward trend, but not big spike or anything like that. 42,763 cases, 2,011 deaths, 36,300 recovered, and there are 4,452 active cases. So that's what the situation here is in Switzerland. So that might also explain a little bit why I've seen more people starting to wear masks again. People have seen that maybe the cases are going up a little bit, and they want to try to get ahead of that, especially because we know this thing is not going to just disappear in the winter or in the summer. It's going to come back, and if precautions aren't taken, it's going to come back very, very hard, I think. That's just my opinion. But I also wanted to update people here in Switzerland and in Liechtenstein and around the world what's going on, what the situation here is. Large-scale events of over 1,000 people are still not permitted. Originally, they were going to be permitted after August, and now today is September 2nd, and they're not lifted yet, though the new situation is this: the Swiss Parliament or wherever had a conference or something today or yesterday or today, and they've decided that as of the 1st of October, these large-scale events with more than 1,000 people will be lifted under strict conditions. And I want to go over some of those conditions because they involve sports, they involve theater, and other outdoor and indoor events. But they say, I'll just read to you from the website. They say that precautionary measures must be in place for every event, and the organizers must observe strict guidelines. Seating requirements apply. Exceptions for standing areas are possible at open-air events such as skiing and cross-country skiing, or bike races, as well as any village festivals held in the open. And this time of year they do have a bunch of harvest types of village festivals and things going on. The flow of people has to be regulated, it says, and for things like sports, for example, ice hockey and soccer, football leagues, it says that they are subject to the requirement to wear masks and capacity limits. In halls and outdoor stadiums, so indoor stadiums and outdoor stadiums, no more than 2/3 of seats can be occupied, and there will be no seats for away fans, so no visiting fans seating. Now these rules and authorizations come directly from each canton, each state. So the federal government has defined this criteria for a canton, a state, to be able to authorize large-scale events. So these are done on a state-by-state basis. Each state has their own decision, what they want or feel they want to do. Hockey and soccer leagues, what they call the championship league or championship games, they say are assessed and approved on a uniform basis across the country. For all other events, the organizer has to present the state authorities with a risk analysis and to show that they have the necessary precautionary measures in place. The states, like I said, are responsible for issuing the authorizations, but the federal government has given the go-ahead for states to do that. But the authorizations can be revoked, or the conditions can be changed if the virus situation gets worse, significantly worse, and then in that case the organizer has no entitlement under liability law for compensation from the public authorities. So these types of things include theater, like I said, that's live theater and movie theaters, any kind of theater. Concerts, again, indoor, outdoor, again, there are the seating situations that have to be observed. Conferences, religious celebrations, and sporting events. Events with more than 1,000 people must have a permit from the state or the canton. That's the same thing, canton is a state. They have to have the precautionary measures in place. The virus situation has to be low and manageable, not rising or spiking. They have to have a functioning contact tracing system, and they have to have allocated seating mandatory. And again, there are exceptions possible for standing room, like on mountain slopes for skiing, cross-country skiing, bike racing, things like that. And again, I'll just go through the uniform rules across the country for professional soccer and hockey leagues. They have to have mandatory allocated seating. Again, all of these are not more than 2/3 seating is allowed in all of these places. Masks must be worn. Consumption of food or drinks only while seating. And there's no seating quota for visiting fans, so there's be no fan seating areas. Again, 2/3 of the arena or stadium or indoor arena only up to 2/3 maximum of seats can be occupied, and violations of these rules are punishable, I guess, by hefty fines. They don't say, they just say punishable. And I do also want to let you know that there are strict rules about who can enter the country and for what reason. And again, people from the United States, not allowed. Lots of countries are still not allowed into Switzerland, though of course if you live here and you've been abroad, and if you've been to, say, the United States or some other country that is on a high risk list, you may have to go into quarantine, and they do spot checking on that as well. So they're quite strict about spot checking things. Um, of course, they probably can't check everybody, but as soon as you come to the country, if you are required to be quarantined, depending on what country you've come in through or from, you have to register with the state authorities within 2 days, and they will, maybe come by someday in those 10 days or 2 weeks that you have to be quarantined. So be careful if you're coming to Switzerland and you're supposed to be quarantined, whether you're a visitor or not, whether you live here or you're just visiting. Be sure that you do what you're told to do. I'm just saying, do what you're supposed to do wherever you are. So that is it for now, I think. I really do hope that everybody is well and nobody is getting sick or is sick or has the virus. If you're supposed to wear a mask because it helps everybody. It really does. So thank you for listening. I hope this coming winter isn't too bad, but I have a feeling it's not going to get much better. You'll see me later.